My chosen game review is titled Halo 4. The Halo series is a futuristic FPS. The player takes control of a genetically enhanced soldier and explores massively epic and grand worlds. It is Microsoft's flagship game released for the Xbox 360 console. I've chosen to analyze the game through the lenses of gender and sexuality, and also to discuss whether this title could be considered art through the worlds and immersive gameplay it subjects the player to. The first topic I wish to discuss is around the series' main protagonist, Master Chief. Throughout the game, he is portrayed as the stereotypical stoic, strong, silent, heroic type whose identity remains a mystery. This flowed through the design of the character visually. Gabriel Garza, one of the designers of Halo 4, was given buzzwords like heavy, technological, and even tank to aid him into the design and the creation of this character. Since his identity is never revealed, it helps avoid the protagonist feeling too human, emotional, or grounded. This in turn keeps the character popular amongst the target audience of young adult males, and as you can see, the character has been used in cover art and other marketing material. A further example of the perpetuated stereotype is the following scene where his AI companion Cortana is describing what it means to be human, with Master Chief present, loading a gun, and remaining silent.
But for all that, I'll never actually know if it looks real, if it feels real. Before this is all over, promise me you'll figure out which one of us is the machine.
Another character I wish to analyze is the AI Cortana. Cortana has been Master Chief's companion in the earlier games and has featured more prominently in this game. With Halo 4 being released towards the end of the Xbox 360's life cycle, 343 obviously took steps to showcase what the console could do. This was seen in obvious visual upgrades to Cortana's appearance. Previously, as you can see, her character's appearance hasn't appeared as sexual as what happens to be in the case of Halo 4, with the character looking more curvy and human than previous versions. When viewing the differences, it is clear that hypersexualized imagery has been used when designing the character. When asked about it, head of franchise Frank O'Connor had this to say about it. One of the reasons she does it is to attract and demand attention, and she does it to put people off so they're on their guard when they're talking to her, and that she has the upper hand in these conversations. Through the story of Halo 4, we are introduced to Roland, a new male AI character. Roland chooses to dress up in a World War II bomber jacket, and players are just to accept the fact that Cortana is naked, whilst her male counterpart chooses to wear clothes, all for the sake of distracting their attention and trying to gain the upper hand. The notion that women can use their appearance and sexuality whenever their male counterparts is an age-old line of thinking that doesn't portray men and women equally in the world of sexuality, and I feel it's a step backwards for the developers at 343. Halo 4 harnessed and showcased as much of the 360's power and graphics as possible. If there's any game recently that could be used as an example as games of art, it has to be the Halo series, and particularly Halo 4. The series has come to be known for its massively open world, and Halo 4 was no different. When creating these grandeur worlds, the game designers would use paintings for the background and landscapes which would feature in the final product. The art also wasn't restricted to purely visual either, with the score for Halo 4 no different from the rest of the series. Neil Davidovich's soundtrack features plenty of interesting combinations from tribal, world music, and orchestral flourishes which really built upon the epic scale of Halo 4. Not only content with developing these worlds, the team at 343 also introduced new and complex AI enemies. The new Promethean race were the result of artists, engineers, and sound designers over a period of 3.5 years of development within Halo 4. With each of these processes defined as indisputable art forms, this must reaffirm the notion that this entry in the Halo series is defined as art by its craft. This brings me to my last point, that the final product Halo 4 isn't just a container for art at all. It features incredible worlds, beautiful artwork, and complex characters which all contribute to a greater player experience. Players are moved emotionally as the main protagonist is faced with a new challenge that neither weapons or fighting can compete with, which is facing the world alone without his companion AI. The story creates a strong emotional reaction for gamers, with the ending cliffhanger changing everything players know and come to expect from the franchise. Contributing these emotions is the orchestral score which helps transport the player and carry emotions within the levels. Halo 4 isn't just a container for art, but it is art as a whole due to the immersive worlds, character, and a story a player experiences within the game which provokes heavy emotions. These experiences come from the game system as a result of the whole work together, and I believe if Halo wasn't as grandeur and immersive as it is, then the game would otherwise be considered a container for art. Halo 4 is an incredible game and a much-needed breath of fresh air for the long-term franchise. It features excellent character progression for one of the series' main characters, Cortana, but sadly it lacked the depth for the series' main protagonist, Master Chief. It feels one of the strongest games in the series, with the addition of the new enemies and the world you explored. 343 didn't disappoint in terms of artwork and level design that Bungie has become known for.